Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why some women seem to have men running after them, texting non-stop, planning dates, and doing everything to impress them, while others feel like they're constantly the one doing all the chasing? Here's the truth. Attraction isn't about looks, money, or playing hard to get. It's about creating an emotional experience that makes him want to pursue you, need to win you, and fear losing you. If you've ever wanted to know how to make a man chase you like crazy, you're about to hear the exact blueprint. So if you want a man to chase you like crazy, remember this. It's not about tricks or manipulation. It's about becoming the kind of woman he feels lucky to pursue. Create mystery, position yourself as the prize, trigger his hero instinct, and keep your life vibrant and full. Do this, and you'll never again wonder if a man is going to chase you. You'll be the one deciding if he's even worth catching. Key point 1 begins with a truth that many people often overlook. Men don't chase confusion, they chase curiosity. The difference between the two is subtle but powerful. Confusion feels frustrating. It makes someone feel like they don't know where they stand or what's going on. Curiosity, on the other hand, is exciting. It's like a puzzle that draws you in and makes you want to figure it out. When you create mystery in a man's mind, you're inviting him to keep turning the pages of your story because he senses there is more to discover. Mystery is not about withholding affection or playing games. It's about pacing what you reveal so that he feels there's always something deeper to learn about you. Think of it like a beautifully written book. If all the chapters were condensed into one page, the book would lose its magic. But when you reveal just enough to spark his imagination, he leans in closer, waiting for the next piece. This is where so many women get stuck. In an attempt to impress a man or prove they're worth his time, they end up oversharing too quickly. Every detail about their past, every heartbreak, every family drama, even their entire future plan laid out in the first few dates. What that does is rob the connection of its natural rhythm. It's not that you should hide who you are, but you don't need to lay your entire life on the table at once. Let him earn access to the deeper chapters of your story. This gradual unfolding is what keeps him engaged and invested in wanting more. If you reveal everything too soon, the mystery is gone and the chase weakens. Another important part of creating mystery is balancing availability with independence. If every time he calls you, you're instantly there, he doesn't get the chance to feel the thrill of pursuit. You're not a video game he can pick up at any moment and play without effort. You're a person with a full, rich life, and when he sees that, it stirs intrigue. He wonders what's capturing your attention outside of him. He wonders what passions drive you, who you spend time with, and what lights you up. That wondering fuels his desire to be part of your world. When you allow space for him to think, to miss you, and to seek you out, you create an irresistible magnetism that makes the chase exciting. At its core, mystery is about giving him something worth chasing, not by pretending to be someone you're not, but by letting him discover you layer by layer. Each interaction should feel like he's unlocking a new level, a deeper truth, or a more intimate piece of your life. That unfolding is what makes him want to keep chasing, not out of obligation, but out of genuine desire to know you more fully. Positioning yourself as the prize is about understanding your worth at such a deep level that a man feels it without you needing to say a word. Too often, women give their value away by making themselves too available, by saying yes to plans that don't respect their time, or by tolerating behaviors that don't align with their standards. The result is that a man starts to take them for granted because he doesn't feel he had to work for their attention. When you position yourself as the prize, you flip this dynamic. You're not being arrogant or dismissive. You're simply sending the message that your time, energy, and love are not things to be handed out carelessly. They are treasures, and treasures are earned. This isn't about playing games. It's about demonstrating value through action. For instance, when a man calls you last minute and says, "Hey, want to hang out tonight?" and you already had plans or simply want a night to yourself, you don't drop everything to go. By saying, "I'd love to see you, but tonight doesn't work. Let's plan something for later this week." You're showing him that you're not waiting around for scraps of his attention. That one boundary communicates volumes. It says you're someone who values her own schedule, her own commitments, and her own peace of mind. And men, whether they admit it or not, are deeply attracted to women who value themselves because it signals strength, confidence, and self-respect. When you make a man work for your time and attention, it activates a very primal part of his psychology. He begins to associate you with effort, and effort creates value. Think about it. Anything we work hard for, we appreciate more. If someone handed you a diamond ring for free, it might sparkle, but it wouldn't feel nearly as valuable as if you had saved for years to buy it yourself. The same principle applies in relationships. When a man feels that he has to show up consistently, plan, impress, and earn your affection, you become infinitely more precious to him. Another element of positioning yourself as the prize is your energy. The way you carry yourself in a room, the way you speak, and the way you hold eye contact. All of these things communicate that you see yourself as someone worthy. If you walk into an interaction with doubt, insecurity, or the need for validation, he senses it immediately. But when you walk in with self-assurance, when you're grounded in who you are, it subtly tells him, if you want me, you'd better bring your best self. That energy is magnetic. Men don't fall in love with women who are always available on demand. They fall in love with women who inspire them to step up. By positioning yourself as the prize, you're not pushing him away. You're giving him the chance to chase, to invest, and to prove that he deserves a place in your life. And that's exactly what makes the chase exciting for him and empowering for you. Triggering a man's hero instinct is one of the most powerful ways to inspire pursuit because it taps into a natural drive that men carry, often without fully realizing it. Every man wants to feel like he matters, like he contributes, like he is making a difference in the life of the woman he cares about. When he feels unnecessary, replaceable, or unappreciated, the motivation to chase disappears. But when he feels that his actions, big or small, make your life better, lighter, or more joyful, he becomes invested. The key here isn't to make him your rescuer or to depend on him for everything. It's about allowing him to feel that he brings unique value to your world. This can be as simple as acknowledging and appreciating the things he does. If he opens a door for you, carries something heavy, or even just makes you laugh after a long day, let him know you notice it. Appreciation doesn't have to be over the top. Even a smile paired with, "I love how thoughtful you are," can make a huge impact. Many women underestimate the power of appreciation because they assume men should just know their worth without acknowledgement. But appreciation fuels effort. When he feels like his presence is noticed and valued, he's far more likely to keep showing up in bigger and better ways. It's also important to let him contribute in ways that align with who he is. If he offers to help you with something, even something small, let him. Sometimes women decline help because they want to appear independent or avoid being a burden. Independence is beautiful, but allowing him to step in doesn't make you weak. In fact, it makes him feel trusted, capable, and connected. For example, if you're carrying bags and he offers to help, don't brush it off by saying, "No, I've got it." Instead, let him take them and say, "Thank you, that makes it so much easier." That one exchange tells him he can be your partner, not just your date. Triggering his hero instinct also means celebrating his wins, not just yours. When he achieves something at work, takes on a new challenge, or shows strength in a difficult situation, be the person who recognizes it. Men often don't get praised for their efforts, so when you're the one who notices and highlights his strengths, you become the person he feels most seen by, and people chase the ones who make them feel truly seen. Ultimately, the hero instinct isn't about inflating his ego or putting him on a pedestal. It's about creating a dynamic where he feels his presence adds value and meaning to your life. When he feels like he can make you happier, safer, or more fulfilled in even small ways, he will chase that role endlessly because it connects deeply with his sense of purpose. And when a man feels purposeful with you, the chase doesn't just start, it never stops. Keeping your life bigger than the relationship is the single most magnetic quality you can bring into dating, because it communicates that you are already fulfilled, already whole, and already living a life that excites you. When a man sees that your happiness doesn't depend on him, but instead he gets to add to the joy that already exists, he feels both relieved and drawn to you. Nothing is more attractive than a woman who radiates passion for her own life, because it shows that she is not waiting for someone to complete her. She is inviting someone to join her. That difference creates a sense of abundance, not desperation, and abundance is what makes a man want to chase. Think about how relationships often lose their spark. It happens when one person makes the other the center of their universe. Every plan, every goal, every free moment revolves around them, and slowly, the individuality that once made them attractive begins to fade. At first, the man may enjoy the attention, but eventually it begins to feel suffocating. The chase is no longer thrilling because there is no sense of discovery. He already has all of you all the time. Contrast that with the woman who continues to nurture her friendships, her passions, her career, her fitness, or whatever lights her up. She brings fresh energy into the relationship because every time he sees her, she has stories to share, growth to show, and experiences that make her even more interesting. That constant evolution keeps him intrigued and keeps the chase alive. Men are not looking for someone to orbit around them. They're drawn to someone who has her own gravitational pull. When you maintain your independence, you remind him that your life is full and meaningful, with or without him. This doesn't mean shutting him out or acting as though you don't need anyone. It means having balance. Spend quality time with him, absolutely, but also invest just as much in yourself. Take that dance class, go on that trip with friends, pursue that passion project. When he sees you prioritizing your own growth, it signals that you won't settle for stagnation, and that energy is contagious. Another beautiful effect of keeping your life big is that it removes pressure from the relationship. When a man knows he's not solely responsible for your happiness, he feels more relaxed and freer to give love rather than feeling like he has to constantly fill a void. Ironically, the less pressure he feels, the more he gives. The less you demand, the more he wants to provide. And because your life is so rich and multi-dimensional, he knows that being part of it is a privilege, not a given. That realization makes him chase not just to win you once, but to keep earning his place in your vibrant, ever-expanding world. When you step back and look at everything we've talked about, the pattern becomes clear. Making a man chase you like crazy is not about games, tricks, or manipulation. It's about stepping into your own value so strongly that he feels compelled to rise up and meet you. It begins with creating mystery, not confusion. That spark of curiosity makes him lean in, wanting to know more, excited to discover what lies beneath the surface. It's the same reason we binge, watch a show, or turn the pages of a great book, because we don't want the story to end. By revealing yourself in layers, you give him a reason to stay engaged, to invest, and to keep chasing the deeper parts of who you are. From there, positioning yourself as the prize ensures that he doesn't mistake your attention for something easy or ordinary. You teach him without words that your time and love are treasures, not things to be taken lightly. Every boundary you set, every standard you hold, reinforces the message that being close to you is an earned privilege. Men respect and admire what they work for, and when you give him the chance to step up, he values you far more deeply than if everything had been handed to him. It's not about withholding, it's about showing him that your worth doesn't diminish just because your carrot shines even brighter when you protect it. Triggering his hero instinct builds on this foundation by allowing him to feel purposeful in your life. Every man wants to feel like he makes a difference, that his presence adds something valuable. When you appreciate his efforts, invite his help, and celebrate his wins, you're not inflating his ego. You're giving him a reason to keep coming closer. He starts to associate you with a sense of pride, accomplishment, and meaning. And people always chase what makes them feel alive. When he feels like he can contribute to your happiness, he will keep chasing that role again and again, because it ties directly into his deepest instincts. Finally, keeping your life bigger than the relationship makes you endlessly magnetic. You're not waiting to be completed, you're already living a full, vibrant, and exciting life. He doesn't just see you as a partner, he sees you as a force, someone whose world he's lucky to be a part of. That energy not only inspires him to chase you in the beginning, but it keeps him chasing you for years to come, because your growth never stops. You're constantly evolving, constantly creating, constantly expanding. And in that expansion, he realizes the chase is never over because with you, there's always something new to discover, something new to admire, and something worth holding onto forever. Thank you so much for giving me your time, your focus, and your energy today. I hope these words didn't just inspire you, but also gave you practical steps you can start applying right now in your life. Remember, your worth has never been in question. It's only about owning it and letting others rise to meet you. If even one idea from this speech helps you shift the way you see yourself or the way you connect with someone you care about, then this moment was worth it. I want to leave you with this. Never forget that you are the prize. You are the one with the power to set the tone for how you're treated. And you are the one who decides whether someone is worthy of your love. When you carry yourself with confidence, when you guard your standards, and when you keep growing into the best version of yourself, you won't have to chase love. It will chase you. So thank you once again for listening and for being open to this message. Keep shining, keep evolving, and keep creating a life so full that the right people can't help but want to be part of it. You are capable of attracting love that's real, deep, and lasting, and I believe you deserve nothing less. Until next time, take care of your heart, stay true to your worth, and never settle for anything less than the love you know you deserve. Goodbye, and I'll see you again soon.